Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Sunday morning, and we got a afternoon matinee that kind of resonates from early playoff series against Brooklyn Nets and Toronto Raptors scheduled at 1 p.m. First game of the first round. Nets, Raptors, 1 p.m. Yeah, 3:30 p.m. today, which is actually the sweet spot, according to Doug Smith. This is the proper time to have a Sunday afternoon game. It's not too early, and it's not late where you can actually have an evening on Sunday and everybody can get home. Of course, this game will be at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And this will be the fourth and final game between the Brooklyn Nets and the Toronto Raptors for the year. The Raptors up 2-1 so far. So the best that the Nets can do is tie the series or just get beat 3-1. Now, this is a game where both teams, well, they're out of the playoffs. And, they're kind of in their spots and not really a lot of wiggle room. So in some ways, both Coach Fernandez and Rajakovic could play all out and play a gentleman's game if they really want to. But is that what they want to do? I don't know. There is a little bit of leeway where the Nets could have play with the Sixers at the end of the season with bouncing between the picks there. But I don't know. We'll have to see. This is a game I think the Raptors have a good chance to win because the Nets have major issues with their lineup right now. And we'll go over that right now. Here's your latest lineup news for the game today, this afternoon against the Nets. And also have your referees right after that. So let's do it. Let's get into this, Raptor Freaks. Whoa! All right, here we go. We'll start with the home, the away team, our guys. That's right. We know the flip is now. It's the rest day is for Yak and IQ today, so there will be no Pirtle and there will be no Emmanuel Quickly. They played on Friday, and well, they're off for tonight. They will be on and off for the rest of the season. It seems it's game on, game off, game on, game off. There you go. Scotty Barnes is officially questionable for today's game. But Scotty, out of the 4 games that are left this season, has to play in 3 out of the 4 games. So it's very likely that Scotty will want to nail down 3 of those games now before the end of the season and maybe take the last game of the season off. I speculate that he'll either take the Spurs game. He'll probably take the Spurs game off at the end of the season. He'll play this game, the Hornets game, and the Mavericks game, and then he'll probably sit Spurs. And that's what I'm thinking. Now, if he does take the game today off, he's going to play the last 3 games in a row because he's so close to a 65-game mark. He's at 62 that, he's going to need those 3 games somewhere in there. It would be stupid not to get to 65 at this point. So Sky's going to play 3 out of the last 4 games, guys. He will play 3 out of the last 4. So it's very likely he'll play today, guys. Very, very, very likely. Brandon Ingram is out. There is teases that Brandon could be playing before the season's over. We're not totally sure if this is a thing to take seriously. Darko's saying that he's going full contact in practice this week and that Brandon is actually close to returning. Well, what great timing. We're just about to say hasta la vista to this season, Brandon, and you're just about to show up. That's interesting. That's fun. I would like to kind of see him just show up and play 1 game right at the end of the season. I think that would be hilarious. And, there's other things that make it fun. Grady is officially shut down for the season now, guys. He will not return this season. He is shut down. When he got injured in that Orlando game, when he got hurt 3 different ways. And I thought this instantly when I saw him get hit. I was like, man, Grady's out for the season now. I could tell that was probably what was going to happen because of the knee injury. Also, he had a tailbone injury in the same play. And he had a possibility of a concussion also from hitting his head. So, yeah, I knew Grady was likely to be shut down for the rest of the season. Well, it's official now. Shamshay also been out for the season. Also, we know. So he is out also. So the Raptors mostly, there, except for IQ and Jakob for sure. So I'm going to speculate our starting lineup will be Houston Cougar, Jamal Shed with Jacoby Walter, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, and Orlando Robinson in the starting lineup. It could be also Jonathan Mobo. They may start Mobo at center instead of Robinson. They can get away with that tonight because, well, I'll tell you in a second about the Nets. It's interesting on this depth chart. They've had Jacoby Walter in the starting lineup now set, and they're right now. Of course, Grady being shut down for the season. They've taken him off our depth chart right now. So yeah, I'm going to say it's Shed, Walter, Barrett, Mobo maybe, and Barnes as a starting lineup. Either Mobo or Robinson. I can't really do this. I need to pick one, right? I think they're going to start Mobo, and they'll have Robinson as the backup center tonight. So I think that it'll be 3 of the J Rooks with RJ and Scotty, and it'll be Jamal, Jacoby, and Jonathan this time. Not Jameson. That's who I think will start. For the Nets, let's talk about their injuries. This is why I think they can get away with starting Mobo, is that Claxton is out for the game today. Nicholas Claxton will not be playing today. It's a rest game for him. He's not hurt. So the Nets are putting him out just like we're putting Pirtle and IQ out. So no Nicholas Claxton today, guys. And that's pretty much their center. And without him out there, we can afford to put development time at center with Jonathan Mobo. So that's why I think it's going to be like D'Angelo Russell has been ruled out for the game today. This is a late ad. I did not see this one yesterday. This is this morning. So D'Angelo will not be suiting up for the Nets in Brooklyn today. Day'Ron Sharp is out for the game today also. Scotty will be playing, hopefully, but his good friend Day'Ron will not be playing on the other side for the Nets. That's another huge player for them that will be out. So this could be a small ball game tonight, guys. A small ball game. Not a lot of size out there. Cameron Johnson's been out for a bit already, and the franchise player for the Nets right now is still out. It's his back. He's not playing. Noah Clowney is going to miss the rest of the season. He has an ankle injury. So Noah Clowney, the third best big on their team, is out also. So it's like their 3 bigs are out. So I'm telling you, J-Mo's probably going to start at center. Cam Thomas is also out. So both Camerons and all their big men are out. That's pretty much their best players right there. So who the hell is left for the Brooklyn Nets? I know. That's what I'm saying too. It's very likely that they will start Keon Johnson and maybe Jalen Wilson of Kansas, Grady Dick's old buddy, Zaire Williams, Trendon Watford, and you know what? The G League legend, the guy who looks like Zach Galifianakis, Drew Timme, could very well be the starting center for them today. And it may be Mobo versus Timme as the matchup at the pivot. So that's what we're looking at today, is a Nets team that's already not very talented, with their very best talented players are all out, including their centers. So this is a big deal. This is a big deal. Jordy's team's going to lose today. I'm going to say this right now. Monique should be very happy to hear what I'm saying right now. I think that we're going to beat the Nets. Fuck Brooklyn in Barclays Center this afternoon. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it all goes down, but it looks pretty good. The Nets currently have Keon Johnson, Zaire Williams, Jalen Wilson, Maxwell Lewis, Trendon Watford, Reese Beekman, Dariq Whitehead, Drew Timme, Tyson Etienne, Toshan Evoboan, and that's pretty much their lineup. And I'm telling you, half of those guys are G League guys. Half of those guys are G League guys, and that's just where they're at. They're scraping the bottom barrel, and their barrel is a lot shallower than ours. We've got a deep barrel that we can scoop out of. These guys are not. They're in trouble. They're in trouble. So yeah, the ESPN matchup predictor is saying we have in this game today. This is what our percent chance. It changes, so I want to make sure I got the most up to date. 67% chance of winning for the Raptors in the matchup predictor by ESPN right now. That's a pretty good chance. 67%. That's like a 2 out of 3 chance there. So that's pretty damn good. All right, let's go look at the referees, guys, which is not bad. The replay center, first of all, in Secaucus, will be headed up by Brian Forte, Dedrick Taylor, Aaron Smith, and Robert Hussey will be manning the Secaucus command center. And, well, here's our refs. We've had 2 of these refs a lot this year. One of them we haven't had very much, but 2 of them we've had, and one of them's been the best ref for us this entire season. Best record that the Raptors have had with any ref this season is with the crew chief, and that is Pat Frayer. Pat Frayer is out of St. Paul, Minnesota. in his 24th season as an NBA ref. Number 26 likes the show Yellowstone. He also enjoys that Chevy Chase, Rodney Dangerfield, Ted Knight, Bill Murray movie, Caddyshack. He gets down to "We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since this world is turning." That's right. Billy Joel is his favorite artist. His favorite book is Paper Tiger. He likes barbecue, guys. And that may be why Pat Frayer is real good to the Raptors, because he likes barbecue. He likes that BBQ. That's right. That's his favorite meal. And he likes the NBA app, of course. He most liked to visit Italy, and he liked to play golf at Augusta National and Pebble Beach. And his hidden talent is he's the guy who can sleep anywhere. This guy can sleep standing on his head, standing up, crouched over in the corner, in a box. He can sleep underwater. He can sleep on the roof of a car while it's moving. He can sleep anywhere. That's right. Pat Frayer has that kind of talent. He's not a narcoleptic, just so you know. That's right. Yeah. As an Evans Scholarship recipient, Pat Frayer earned a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Minnesota at Hastings High School in Minnesota. Frayer was a member of the football, basketball, and golf teams. So this man did play some basketball in high school. So there you go. Pat Frayer, as I said, has the best record out of all the referees for the Raptors this year. We are 4-1 in games refereed by Pat Frayer this year. 4-1. Won 4 times, only lost once. That is actually a good winning record. And this season, with the way it's gone, this is really something. I'm telling you. Overall, in the career of Pat Frayer, the Raptors win 49% of their games, just above our franchise mark, 49%. And meanwhile, the Nets win 39%. So the split is 49 to 39 for the Raptors with the crew chief, Pat Frayer. He is definitely our friend. He is definitely the best referee for us today. And hopefully he can, be very fair to the Raptors in an away game in Barclays Center. That's right. The second ref is a ref we haven't had a whole lot this year, but this will be the third game we've had him this year. It's John Butler out of Biloxi, Mississippi. His 6th season, number 30. He likes the show Chappelle Show. That's right. He also likes the great movie by Spike Lee, Do the Right Thing. That's right. That's a great movie. Great taste there. His favorite musician's Jay-Z, which is a little appalling since Jay-Z is a part owner of the Brooklyn Nets. His favorite book is Chop Wood, Carry Water. He likes red beans and rice. His favorite app is the Bible, and he most liked to visit Africa. Yeah, John Butler, his interests include traveling, visiting museums, reading, cooking, fitness, video games, collecting sneakers, movies, music, and sports. Those are pretty good general interests. A lot of people share these interests with you, John Butler. Nothing too crazy there. Now, John is, as I said, we've only had him twice this year, and we lost both the games that John Butler was involved reffing this season so far. We win 42% of our games in his career. And, well, the Nets win a little bit better. They win 44%. So 42 to 44 is the split for the Nets with the second ref, John Butler. The third ref is one we've seen a lot this year, and she may be the worst ref for us in the whole entire league, guys, right now. And that is Simone Jelks, number 81 out of Cleveland, Ohio, in her 5th season. She's at the bottom of the ref report spreadsheet, guys. She's at the very, very bottom. So, let's talk more about her. Her favorite TV show is The Handmaid's Tale. Yikes. When that show becomes reality TV, like right now, that's very scary. I don't like it. Favorite movie, Love and Basketball. Favorite musician is J. Cole of the Scarborough Shooting Stars. That's pretty cool. She likes a CBL hooper for her favorite musician. Her favorite book is the Bible. So we have 2 refs that have cited the Bible as a main influence. Favorite meal, collard greens and peach cobbler. And she likes the app Skylight. She'd most like to visit Africa. So it sounds like her and John Butler have a lot in common. And her hidden talent is spoken word poetry. So she's good at spoken word poetry. Simone Jelks gave birth to a son, Mecca Blue, in January 2024. She has shared her story about experiencing infant loss following her first pregnancy. Now, that name is similar to like the name of Jay-Z and Beyonce's kid, right? Blue. Isn't that right? So maybe there is some influence there from the Brooklyn Nets owner. Jay-Z. So it seems like two of the two junior refs are very Brooklyn favoring because it's just their style. Yeah, Simone, we've had a lot this year and we've lost a lot with her. We are 2-5 with her this season. That's right. We've had her 7 times this year already. 2-5. We won the last game we had with her though. It was 2. We're 2-5, and the record overall is 20% winning. I'm telling you, she's right at the bottom of the league, like the refs for us. 20% of our games are won with her so far. Meanwhile, the Nets win 57% of their games with Simone Jelk's presence. So she heavily favors the Brooklyn Nets today. So Pat Frere favors the Raptors. John Butler slightly favors the Nets. And Simone Jelks very much favors the Nets. So there's your ref report right there. The crew chief is on our side, though, guys, just so you all know. The other two, they're Nets fans. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if they're fans, but they definitely have proclivities towards Jay-Z. That's for sure. They definitely have proclivities to that. All right, let's go. Let's go, Raptor Freaks. Yeah. Have y'all joined the Discord yet? I want you to join the Discord. Let me go get the link. So if you can do that right now, if you want to, I'm going to get the link right now. And if you haven't joined up, we've got over 20 people in here already. And it's been fantastic. In fact, Tristan, Trey, and I have been talking Raptors this morning already on the Discord server. And like I'm saying here, what is going to happen with this Discord is I'll be hanging around in there during the day, and people can actually come in and talk to me, not just on chat, through the microphone. If you want to talk to me with your voice or on camera even, we can have little meetings and discussions about Raptors affairs or just anything in general you want to talk about with me. I'll have office hours on Discord during the day when I'm working and I'm available. I can be on the computer and you can just jump in there and buzz me. And then all of a sudden, hey, we can have a conversation just like we're on the phone. We can share screens and show each other clips of things that are happening. It's going to be really fun. In fact, we could have open gym watching parties. We can have all kinds of fun stuff on Discord. So I highly recommend. I just put the link in at the bottom of the chat. If you have not joined Raptor Freaks, get in there because I'm closing down the Facebook of my account, and I will not be able to be in contact with you guys through Facebook anymore because I am boycotting Mark Zuckerberg and Meta as part of my boycott of America. So, yeah, so this is just partly just what I've got to do to survive, to be able to communicate with you guys. And I understand a lot of people, how many apps do we have to have and stuff like that? I don't know. When people stop turning into dictators and firing fact checkers, maybe we won't have to keep moving away from different apps. It's a tough decision. I've been on Facebook for almost 20 years, but I need to cut this tie. It's time. It is very much time. And trust me, some of y'all should consider it also, because it is a very strong way to boycott Mark Zuckerberg and the oligarchs of the America right now. Yeah, there's a big problem going on down there. Trevor J saying there are people assigned to bless you. There are people assigned to block you. And use your discernment because they'll both be smiling. Use your discernment because they'll both be smiling. That's right. Okay, so frenemies will smile like enemies and friends alike because they are both. What? That's right. Words of wisdom. That's right. Frenemies will smile at you both times like a friend and an enemy because they're in there as a friend in a scheme, but on the down low, they're an enemy and they're happy the other way too. Ooh, man, it's tough. It's tough. Listen, you can feel energy, and if that person's energy is feeling good after you're around them, well, that's probably a good person. But if you're having a little sixth sense, a little intuition, a little something in your gut, it may be that this person, something's not right. And sometimes we know biologically, animals know this when they're around other organisms. Is this person right? They feel vibes. And well, you have that in you also as a biological creature of this planet. It's just that we're so out of tune with it. And that's what intuition is. It's a sensory thing that happens with animals and all kinds of other species on this planet in a survival mode. And well, in some ways, we have that survival mode in us, to sense danger or sense when something isn't exactly right. And, the more we can go back to natural ways, the more in touch with this kind of intuition we become. So, yeah, good stuff, Trevor J. Thank you for the words of wisdom. Commissioner of Fun, Trevor J., platform artist. That's right. I love you, man. Happy game day. Let's beat the Nets today. Yeah, that's the game plan. This ain't no team going to the playoffs trying to get a playoff spot locked down, get a play-in spot locked down like Bulls and the Pistons last week. The Blazers still trying to stay alive in the play-in situation. These teams had things to play for in this 3-game losing streak we've been on right now. And the Raptors, in some ways, didn't have as much to play for as them. So, I mean, in some ways, it's easy to predict them losing. I did not expect them to lose to the Bulls because they were on a second night of back-to-back, but they did. And then they lost the Blazers, and then they lost the Pistons. And all 3 of those teams that we just played, they had things to play for. They were playing for their season. They were playing for the playoffs. They were playing for the play-in. And that's stuff to play for right there. But the Nets, they ain't playing for jack shit. And neither are we. So, and we've got more talent on our end of our bench than they do. And we'll see that today. Watch. That's right. Let's see. Trevor saying Duke and Cooper Flagg have the biggest choke job. I heard they lost last night. To let Houston come from behind to beat them, Duke have the more talent. But when the game is on the line, Houston has some dogs. I love the way you described this, Trevor J. And I didn't watch the game, but I was happy to see later last night that the Houston Cougars were able to overcome the Duke Blue Devils. Way overhyped and just annoying. And I love when underdogs, I love when usurper kind of teams come up and beat teams that aren't supposed to lose like this. This is fantastic. I heard that there was an amazing defense by the Houston Cougars for the last 8 minutes of the game, where they only allowed 1 field goal for the Duke Blue Devils and over an 8.5-minute period. That is sensationally good. And, that Coach Sampson, he is really, really good. He has players come to him every year. Jamal Shedd's not there. He's an amazing player. He's not there. They lost him last year. Well, now they're going to the NCAA championship game. And that's just a great program. That's a great coach. That's a great program. And Jamal Shedd should be very, very proud of his alma mater and his great, great coach, Calvin Sampson. That is just awesome, man. I loved hearing that. In some ways, a non-capture the flag enthusiast like myself and Monique, when they hear that Cooper Flagg just lost in March Madness, he's out. We're haters. We're going to hate on that. We're going to be good. Yeah, now RJ's got to wear. RJ's got to pay up. RJ's going to have to pay Jamal $100. And Brandon Ingram's going to be rocking a Houston Cougars jersey, maybe at the game today. I mean, is he going to be wearing it at the game today? We'll have to see if Brandon Ingram, the notorious BI3, is showing up to the game today wearing a Houston Cougars jersey because of the bet with Jamal Shedd. Maybe it's just a picture he has to take. I don't know. Make him sit in the whole game. He's going to be sitting there anyway in clothes. Why don't you just make him wear the Houston Cougars jersey? I'm sure Brandon will be cool about it because a bet is a bet, and he'll square up on it. That's right. He'll get square up on it. That's right. Monique is here. The super fan is back. Yes, we feel right when Monique, the super fan, the greatest, is here. It doesn't feel right sometimes when Mo's not here. And I know, listen, Mo's like the players. Listen, Mo puts in that effort and time. She is, man, she just did a back-to-back. And in some ways, that's tiring to go down to the Scotiabank Arena Thursday and Friday night, 2 nights right in a row. Sometimes these games have breaks every other day. And that's good, but not in the back-to-back situation, that can be very tiring. And I know, Mo, going down the game, both 2 games in a row, I get it. And I understand why we didn't see you as much the last couple of days because, you're a very busy person. And, well, the season's over. The season's over. We'll have more time when the dust settles after the season to reconvene and get everything all figured out and get some rest. It's like Mo's got to go while she can. The games will be over soon. And we'll have the summer soon enough. So, Mo, I love you, and I'm so happy you're back in the chat this morning. I really am. Rob's here. Stillman. What's up, Stillman? Excuse me, my voice here. Good morning, Raptor Freak family. I just saw this and feel sad for the kid. Kamen Maluach could get deported due to South Sudan student visa being possibly revoked by Secretary of State Marco Rubio. See, this is what I'm saying, man. These stupid idiots that are in the White House right now are causing chaos in all kinds of unforeseen ways. They make blanket decisions that are absolutely dictatorial and absolutely not about freedom or rights. There's a lot of people that went through a lot of hoops and spent a lot of time and money to get green cards. to get visas, to get student status, to be able to be in the United States. And these white supremacists, racist ass pieces of shit that are in charge of the American government right now are just assholes against anybody of color. And in some ways, one of the ways they're going after people is by looking at their statuses around the country, and they're targeting them. And well, Malawach is from South Sudan. And in some ways, South Sudan is one of these countries that may have a weird standing with Trump and his whole weird world of like, you're a terrorist country and we don't want your people here. He had a list of countries he wouldn't let people come from in his first presidency. Well, he's expanded on that list. And now they're going and ruining people's lives on the inside. Now, this is somewhere where things are butting up into each other and someone's going to have to give. And this is the thing. Common Malawach has money behind him. He has money to earn. He has money to be made for corporations and people that are powerful. And they may not like this. Also, they may be like, I don't care. It's whatever. And well, he's out of the league. It's messed up. It's messed up. America really wants to be what they're supposed to be. And they touted for years and years about being the greatest country in the world. A country of freedom, a country where you can do what you want to do. Well, that's not what this is. This young man came from South Sudan. He wanted to play basketball for Duke, and then he wanted to go on to the NBA. And now he is maybe being threatened with deportation by a fucking dictator, a little dicked orange man that's doing stupid shit right now. That's what I'm saying. In some ways, this is where things butt up. And well, what's going to happen? Is little baby orange going to get his little hand slapped back and say, no, corporations say, no, fuck you. Common Malawach, he's going to play in the NBA because this is what was supposed to happen. I don't know. This could actually, in some ways, think about this. This could actually work in our favor here in Toronto. Think about this. If Malawach cannot play in the United States, he could play in Canada maybe. And maybe that'll line up real easy and he'll be on the Raptors because that just makes it easier. Adam Silver does his little frozen envelope. He's like, well, we really want a star of the caliber of Common in the league. Let's get him on the Raptors, guys, just to be safe so that he doesn't have to deal with the immigration stuff with this stupid country that right now. I'm so mad at Trump. He's really making the NBA have a hard time doing business now. You know, that's the thing. I got to wonder about all the things with us. You know, in some ways, the Raptors are in a precarious situation, you know, being in Canada and dealing with the tariff war with the United States. How the fuck does this make Masai's job harder? Seriously, like we got to think about that. But could this be an advantage for the Raptors in drafting Common because of this stupid shit with the Americans wanting to deport Malawach? That's crazy. It's crazy. This is the stupid shit that this crazy idiocracy world that we're living in right now has repercussions like this. It's so stupid, man. It is so stupid. Maybe we have an advantage, though, because of it. Let's see. We'll have to see. Isaac's here. Let's see the benevolent one, Isaac Campbell, holding it down in the nation's capital of Ottawa, the great country of Canada, strong and free. That's right. Sovereign forever. Never. 51st state. And I'm going to do the straight goods on the Canadian goods right now. This is the segment I do on the show where I'm trying to educate on Canadian products. So Canadian people and people around the world that support Canada can buy Canadian products in your area of the woods. Hopefully, these are on sale. And today's product is a great Canadian company that has sworn that even with the tariffs, their prices will not go up, that they want to help the Canadian public by keeping a price freeze on their products at the grocery store. And they have vowed not to increase their price, even with the tariffs. And in some ways, they don't have to worry about the tariffs because they are completely enclosed in Canada. They use everything they source from Canada. They make their product here in Canada and they sell it here in Canada. So it ain't coming across the border or nothing. So there shouldn't be too much problem. And that company is Chapman's. Chapman's Ice Cream is fantastic Canadian ice cream company. If you want ice cream, this is a sorbet. I don't eat dairy, so I do sorbet when I do Chapman's. And it's just great Canadian ice cream. Like there's a couple that opened up this company, Chapman's. Their names are Penny and something. David and Penny Chapman. They opened up this company in 1973, and they've been making independent ice cream here in Canada for so long. And it's a great product that it just tastes so good. And they have a commitment to all kinds of different things, giving back to our community and our country. They're very, very proudly Canadian. And in some ways, they're also doing things to commitment to a greener future, a commitment to health and safety. And they're just an amazing couple, David and Penny Chapman. And they're from Markdale, Ontario, where they started their ice cream company right here in our province of Ontario. And they continue to do this. It's 100% Canadian dairy, 100% of the time. So they're not sourcing no ingredients from down south. This is a 100% Canadian product for Canada, by Canada. And you guys should support Chapman's. If you're going to buy ice cream, this is the company you should be buying it from. Seriously. Forget about Seal Test. Forget about a lot of these other companies that are somewhat connected to the United States. This is one you can buy with conscience, knowing that all the money that you spend on Chapman's ice cream is going to stay in our economy. It's going to go towards Canadian jobs and Canadian industry. And we can say a big FU to the dumbass that started this trade war in the first place by buying Chapman's ice cream products. So I'm just saying, y'all, go buy Chapman's. This is the best ice cream you can buy in Canada. I'm not lying. I've been buying this already for years before the trade war. I switched to Chapman's a long time ago. I didn't need the trade war to switch to Chapman's because I know it's the best ice cream product in the country of Canada today. If you are lucky enough in your country to have Chapman's imported to your country, wherever you are in the world, United States, Europe, Africa, anywhere, Asia, get the Chapman's so you can support Canadian, Canada, baby. That's right. The Maple Leaf. This is a real Canadian company. That's right. Chapman's ice cream, y'all. That's my plug for today for buying Canadian. The straight goods on Canadian goods. And today's is Chapman's. That's right. Chapman's is good, man. So good. I'm telling you, I might have to eat some ice cream for breakfast very, very soon. That's right. Kaloy is here. Good to see my good friend Kaloy. How are you this morning, Kaloy? Morning, Lex and Freaks. I heard about the revocation of visas from South Sudanese people. I wonder, will that affect Commons draft eligibility? Yeah, this is kind of what we've been touching on already. This is stupid, man. This is so stupid. And honestly, there's going to be more and more dumb shit like this happening. And, listen, did you see how many people hit the streets yesterday in the United States? There are probably estimates that like 4 million people took the streets in cities all across the nation to protest the government that's happening right now under Donald Trump. And I'm telling you right now, when you see that kind of support and groundswell of movement outside with people, it tells you exactly right there that this election was bought by Elon and they didn't actually win. They didn't actually win. This is bullshit. He bought the media, and the media called the election early for Donald Trump. They called the election before 11 p.m. That never fucking happens with U.S. elections. It's so fucking fishy. And a lot of these states, the swing states, well, I don't think you actually won them, Trump. I think that you fucking cheated and you just grabbed it by the pussy. You came out and said, I won this election, and just, strong-armed yourself. And in some ways, people didn't say no. They was kind of, oh, okay. And like, and the media was complicit and fucking is a horrible fucking entity in the United States at this point, the general media, because they're done. They're bought and paid for. And, that's just part of the reason why our election is so important. We need to vote against the conservatives because they want to take away CBC. And CBC is one of the last real media things here in Canada. If we lose CBC, our media will basically be controlled by the U.S. Corporations. And that's no good, man. Think about what I'm saying right here. We need public radio and public TV because we need the truth, and we need people that are independent and doing things for the right reason and not for corporate reasons. So this is so important. If there's one, there's a big reason to vote because of the Trump bullshit. Another one is within our country, CBC is under fire and they want to get rid of our CBC. And no, we can't have this. The CBC is very, very important entity in this country that is important for information and freedom. And if we don't have the CBC, this is a big problem. So you may not like Trump and you may vote because of the problems with the U.S. and Canada right now. But on the down low, a huge reason you should vote, and you should vote for Mark Carney and the Liberals, is the CBC and saving it, because we need to save free press in our own country. This is very, very important, guys. Very, very important. Kaz is saying Common can come in to the Raps. We'll give them Canadian citizens. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's an easy fix. This is going to be ugly and stupid. We might as well get him over here, and we'll take care of him, Adam. And then you don't have to worry about it. This may be a troubling trend for the American teams in the United States for the NBA. that they can't have certain foreign players anymore, and the Raptors might have an advantage because of this, because of the stupid ass policies of Donald Trump's administration. Yeah, this could be actually gaining an advantage. Every stupid thing that happens in this world that's bad, well, sometimes there's an advantage somewhere for somebody. That's what I'm saying. Reggie's saying, "Hey Lex, sorry I haven't been in this Discord much. I'll try to be there for a while today." Well, listen, guys, I want to tell you guys about something I'm going to do tomorrow for an event. I'm not sure what time it will do it, but tomorrow I want to start a weekly event starting tomorrow and for the rest of the summer, a weekly classic wrestling watch party. And basically, I'm going to get a playlist tomorrow of wrestling events that happen on April the 7th. And we're going to watch classic wrestling on the Discord. And we can all talk and watch and see it all at the same time. So we're going to have a little fun event that I'm going to do once a week, and maybe like an hour event. We'll figure out a good time of day where people can make it that want to do it. Sometime after 5, after people are done, or in the evening, or maybe later in the evening. And we'll have a classic pro wrestling watch party. And I'll curate the first one so I can show you guys kind of what I expect. And then down the road, every week, it could be like a book club where we hang out and you guys bring a match, I bring a match, and we all watch each other's matches that we want to share with each other. And we kind of go over like the nostalgia of old classic wrestling from the territory days, from the early WWF days, all that stuff, WCW. Yeah, I do have a limit, though. I don't want to watch any wrestling after 2003. But I'll watch the classic stuff. I mean, if there's something really cool that's newer that you guys absolutely have to show me, then maybe we can put that on there. But I'm thinking about starting a classic wrestling watch party group, especially with the guys on here like you that love watching wrestling. And, that crossover has been really nice on this channel. So I wanted to do something special for the wrestling fans on this channel. And we're going to do a weekly watch party on Mondays. And we'll nail down the time of day for it. So, yeah, how's that sound, Reggie? I will talk more about it on Discord. And like I said, I'm going to get a playlist together today of great classic April the 7th matches, which is my brother's birthday. And we'll watch some classic wrestling, and we'll talk about it while we're watching it and goof around and have fun. So hopefully you guys are interested in that idea. It's going to be fun. Yeah, man. Yeah, T Brando. I added T Brando, and I'm going to start watching him. I've subbed up to him. I have not watched any of his clips, though, yet, but I will start watching him. And, well, I don't know if I'll continue to watch him. I'll give him a tryout. If I like his vibe and I like his content, I'll continue to watch him. But that's kind of how I do it with YouTube. It's like, okay, I'll try something, but sometimes I'll stop watching it after a little while. It's like anything. Some people do that to me too. I know that. There's the Discord link, guys, just so you know. If nobody's gotten in there yet, Mo, just hit that link. And all you got to do is make a profile. And all you need to really do is put your email in and just say, I'm Monique. And that's all you need to do. We'll show you the rest of it, okay? When we get in there, we can try it out today during the game. Since it's an away game and you're not at the arena, you can come in there with us and see how it's been working during the game. And I can get you set up for this 3:30 p.m. game today. So you can be in there with us. Stargate saying, good morning, Raptor Freak family. Good morning to you, Stargate, the man who beat the machine. That's right. Flag should stay in school at least 2 more years. Next season, he goes #1 still. There's nobody better than him coming out of high school. Sorry, but the Boozer twins are not better than him. This is interesting. I mean, the NIL really has made this a lot more appealing to stay in school because there's some players in college that will make more money staying in college than going to the NBA. That's kind of interesting. That makes sense because some players are really good college players, but they're not jack shit in the NBA. So, sometimes these guys may need to guard their egos and say, you know what, am I really going to be that good in the NBA? If I jump the NBA, it could be a bad career move because I could have made more money if I stayed all 4 years in college. So that's something that young players really have to deliberate more at this point. Before it was like, do I make the jump from college to the NBA because do I feel like I'm ready? But now it's kind of like, well, where is the advantage financially as far as should I go there or should I stay and get that NIL? So I don't know, man. In some ways, I think because he's so young and he should have been a senior in high school this year, you're probably right that the man can collect some money. And if those draft classes aren't that strong and he's going to still be at the top of it, well, what is he worried about? Well, maybe injury that messes him up and he never gets to play. But I don't know, man. This is an interesting dilemma. And in some ways, Cooper Flagg is the first guy to really deal with it on a major scale out of all the young college players since the NIL became more prevalent and more used at this point. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Stargate saying, no way that happens to Maluach. He goes to Duke, and that alumni is very, very powerful. Not happening. I tend to agree with Stargate on this. This is a very realistic assumption. In some ways, that's a scare headline. In some ways, that's a scare headline. That's a gaslighting headline. Maluach will not be allowed to play in the United States because of South Sudan being on a list with Marco Rubio. Yeah, that's a scare headline by the media. You've got to use your critical thinking and kind of be like what Stargate's doing here. It's like, well, is this really realistic? I mean, this is a very high profile young man. There's going to be a lot of money around him because he's an athlete, and athletes generate a lot of money. And well, capitalists want to make money, and they're going to want the people that can drive money. The owners of the teams are going to want him in the league. So yeah, and once again, Stargate's exactly right. If any alumni group in the country, especially the Duke basketball team's alumni group, they will protect this kid and make sure he's all right. And they are very powerful. He's exactly right. Very, very powerful. So I think that Stargate has said the ultimate top card of this, that this is what's going to determine this is, friends with pulling strings. And it may not be for any South Sudan guy who's in the United States right now, but there's privilege in being the center for the Duke Blue Devils. There's privilege in that. And there's a good example of privilege. The comment, you're in. Sorry, all the rest of y'all from South Sudan, you're going back. That's messed up. That's what I'm saying. There's privilege. Example right there. You're a basketball player. You have privilege. G saying Houston's comeback will to win really sums up Jamal Shedd's character. It's an institution, the Houston Cougars at this point. And it really is Coach Sampson. This feeling, this vibe, it's like Heat culture in the NBA. It's like Spurs culture. It's like Raptors culture. And that's why Jamal really fits in with us. I mean, there is a real vibe. There's a tangible thing to being a Houston Cougar in the last couple of years playing under Sampson. I'm telling you, there's something to it. There's a real thing there. Fiercey's here. Good to see MJ back in the chat also. We've missed you, MJ. MJ's been very, very busy the last couple of days. And also, I have to give my condolences to MJ. And I hope that everything in your life is going okay, even with stuff that's tough going on too. But we love you, Fiercey. And I'm always happy to see you in the chat. Good morning, fam, and happy game day. Lex, I finally downloaded the Discord app, and I'm doing the setup. I'll be able to connect with the fam off Messenger. Awesome. And the great thing is, Fiercey, is it's voice enabled. And this is the thing I've been telling everybody when we go in there. This stream is very my voice because it's just me talking, other than when we do the call-in show. But the great thing about the Discord is when we watch the game, I want to listen to y'all. I want to sit back and just listen to you guys talk. And in some ways, we're building the new Zazu spaces for Raptors fans. We're building the more mature, knows what they're talking about and not freaking out on stupid, immature shit all the time on Zazu spaces. And that's why people like you, Cool Cat, Neil, I want the people who have been very, very strong, positive Raptors fans in the Zazu spaces to come in. Let's have that Zazu spaces feel, but like worthwhile and not so stupid and crazy and up and down with our emotions. And that's something that I'm really enjoying. In fact, there's going to be a normal post-game thing that we do on the Discord where I will watch the game highlights when they come out on YouTube live on there, and we can all talk about them and review them. And we will be able to see them together. So the Discord is allowing for all kinds of great possibilities. And I'm glad we're migrating to there. And yeah, everybody is new to it. So don't feel weird and feel like, oh, I'm a beginner. We're all going to be beginners on this. We all are. Everybody jumped in there this week. None of us knew how to use it. And we're all learning together, guys. So just so you know, Mo and MJ, that we don't know that much about it either so far. And you guys will be able to be caught up quickly with us. Trust me, you will. You will. Mo's saying Charlie V really opening up on Toronto, that I talked with him on IG about it. That's cool. So Mo is an insider. Mo's got the different connections with coaches, broadcasters, players, all kinds of different people around the Raptors know Monique and talk to her. And well, she's been talking to Charlie Villanueva, the Raptors rookie from years ago. Really, really cool. And Mo, you're awesome, man. Keep branching out and doing what you do. Any projects you got coming up, I'm excited to hear about and excited to watch. And whatever you got going on, because I know you've always got stuff going on behind the scenes. And of course, Monique is just her job is being a super fan. And well, she's here for the culture, and she's here to keep spirits up and also make sure that people are proud of being Raptors fans. And Monique is the epitome of it. She's one of the biggest leaders for this in our whole Raptors nation. I love that. You're talking to Charlie V? Really? Tell Charlie V. Raptors Freak says, "What's up? I love you, man. I wish you'd gotten to play more than just 1 year for us." In some ways, he did get raw into the deal. I wish Charlie Villanueva could have played more than just his rookie year with the Raptors. He wanted to, and it's too bad it didn't work out that way. It's too bad. Kareem's here. Good to see the butt dialer, the guy who can get the dunk with just a witty comment. That's right. Shed is going to have an all-career high today. Oh, interesting. So you are predicting a very good game for Jamal Shed today. Maybe even a triple-double. Well, then, okay. All right, Kareem Thomas. All right. He's riding high off of Houston's win last night. So that's your reasoning, that he's feeling real good about what happened in the game last night with them. All right, let's go look at the Instagram stories. We'll start with Shed. Shed is yelling at Slim Duck. There's an interesting – Slim Duck's still putting the posts up. I think we figured out why Chris isn't playing. It's because he's played 50 games for the season, and there's some sort of weird limit with 50 games. Last year, he only played 50 games also. It's the same thing. It's so weird. I figured that out this week. I looked at his stats. I'm like, Chris has only played 50 games, but he only played 50 games last year too, and they shut him down last year. There's something about the 50-game mark with Chris Boucher and his contracts, I'll bet. There's something there happening, and maybe the Raptors are cost-cutting on the down low. In some ways, Chris is like, well, you're not going to give me my bonus if I don't play? And like that, that may be shady and fucked up, but it could be some weird way, like on the down low. It was like Bobby's like, but Chris, I told you, we'll give you this contract, but listen, I don't know if we'll fulfill the bonus if you get over 50 games, because in some ways we have to hide some money in our salary cap in weird ways. That's bullshit, Bobby. Come on, man. I'm sorry, Chris, but in some ways, this is how we have to do this to balance the team right now. You're a good guy. You're a team player. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with Chris, but that's what I kind of think is happening. Seriously. Chris Boucher. Yeah, all right, listen, there was some weird shit going on the team playing in the last 24 hours, and we saw a clip that AJ Lawson posted. AJ Lawson, Brampton, man, what are you doing, man? What are you doing to Brandon, man? AJ, why you do that, man, like that, man? Come on now. Brandon fell asleep, and like he's like put his hand over his heart, and he's singing "Oh Canada," and they're saying that Brandon loves Canada so much, man. So inspirational, Brandon, because like AJ Lawson put on "Oh Canada," and he put Brandon's hand over his heart. And he's like acting like he's singing the song with him. That's pretty funny, actually. But in some ways, I'll bet you Brandon does really love Canada, guys. And that may be part of why they're goofing on him like this, is because Brandon came to Canada. He's like, man, I do really love being in Toronto on the Raptors, even though I haven't played yet. I love this city, and I love being around here all the time. I'm getting those vibes from Brandon. Seriously, that he is really enjoying being up here with our team. Yeah, there it is. There's Shed celebrating the 70-67 victory of the Houston Cougars over the Duke Blue Devils in the Final Four last night. Big stuff, man. Big stuff. And I see that Florida beat Auburn. So it's going to be Florida versus Houston for the national championship. Go Cougars. I hate the Florida Gators. Sorry, Matt Bonner. I hate the Gators. I'm a Seminole, baby. That's right. Florida State, baby. Woo! Scotty Bonds. Scotty Bonds. No. None of this Florida Oliver you. I'm sorry, guy. I can't go for SEC Billy Donovan's old school. No, I can't. I'm going for Jamal's team, Houston Cougars. I was last night too, and I'm glad they came through. That's what I would say about that. Houston Cougars coming back. That's right. He's got some crazy Houston fan who's going nuts celebrating the game on his Instagram stories there too. Lindsey Dunn, where's she at? She's at the Blue Jays game. She's starting to cross over into Blue Jays land now that Raptors 905 season's wrapping up. There you go. Zach Edey, as Tristan put in our somebody put in our Discord chat That man, it's too bad Tristan did. He said it's too bad we don't have Zach Edey on the Raptors. He broke the rookie record for rebounds. 21 rebounds for Zach for the Grizzlies. That's fantastic. I told Tristan, don't worry about Zach Edey. Zach Edey could very well be like Cooper Flagg. He comes in the league, gets drafted by like Utah or Washington, and then after his rookie contract, or maybe the next contract after that, all of a sudden he's in a Boston Celtics jersey, Cooper Flagg. Well, Zach Edey, where is he going to boomerang back home to? That's right, Toronto. So let Zach do his early years of his career on the Memphis Grizzlies, just like RJ did him in New York, and he will come back to Toronto, trust me. So do not fret, young Raptor Freak fans. I'm telling you, Raptor Freaks, Zach Edey will end up being a Raptor at some point before the end of his career. You know he will, guys. You know he will. He wants that dream. He will make it happen. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. Colin Castleton is celebrating Florida going to the Final Four because, of course, he is a Florida Gator himself. So Colin Castleton, very happy about the win for the Florida Gators last night. That's good stuff there. All right, let's see. Jack Armstrong's back in the TSN March Madness studio with Leo Routens. That's good stuff. And there's Leo with them, too. Like to see that. Jacoby Walter putting blast on his stat line from the last game, 22 points on 8 of 14 shooting. Yeah, Jacoby, keep going and striving. You're doing fantastic in your rookie year, and you're finishing very, very strong at the end. We got Garrett Temple with his mini-me coming in the game. So cute to see them decked out in the full suit with the vest, the everything, the cufflinks, everything. That little kid was wearing it all. And there's his wife. And I'm telling you, Garrett is a very lucky man. Let's just put it that way. He loves this woman. I don't know if Garrett's going to play in the NBA next year, but man, his life is set. He's got a good life. That's what I'm saying. Happy wife, happy life. That's right. There's AJ Lawson showing the patriotism of Brandon Ingram on the team playing. He's like this. He's like, why'd they do that to him? You know, my friends did this to me once too at a party when I fell asleep, passed out. They like wrote all over my face with a marker. And I think they put pornography near me, and then they like took pictures of it, and they're trying to be like, yeah, that was. I think that was my old roommate when I lived in Little Italy, near Bathurst and College, that did that. Yeah, he passed out on the couch, and well, don't pass out on the couch around this guy. He's going to start writing mustaches on your face, and then all of a sudden you find a picture of you with some very bad pornography that it was his. Honestly, he just put it on you to try and make you look bad. But yeah, I'm just saying, you know, if you fall asleep around your friends, sometimes pranksters will happen. I guess at least on the Raptors team playing, the worst thing that's happening is AJ Lawson's making you a honorary Canadian citizen. I mean, that's not that bad, honestly. It's so funny. AJ's so funny about it, though. There's Jonathan Mobo with the big dunk on the Detroit Pistons from the game the other day. Good stuff there, man. Jonathan's been very aggressive going to the basket lately, and I like it. I like it a lot. Scotty's showing off his fit on his Instagram stories. There's that off-white hoodie with the bell-bottom pants. Yeah, Scotty was styling, man. He's styling. He's moving in a different way. His aura is different right now, being the franchise guy, very confident leader of the Raptors. He sees the future coming, and he's willing to go get it, is what I'm saying right there. There's Kelly Olynyk walking into the Lakers game looking all stylish with his crazy Hunter S. Thompson glasses. Yeah, and then the watch parties today, guys. Remember, I think it's sold out, but there's an NCAA women's tournament watch party with the Toronto Tempo at the NBA restaurant today down at the Queen's Key. And there's also an event in Vancouver at the same time. I'm not sure the location where the event is in Vancouver for Toronto Tempo watch party for the women's double NCAA tournament. So, yeah, it's down at Queen's Key today. The doors open at 2. They said it was sold out, but Teresa's still advertising it right now. So who knows? Maybe they got more tickets or some way to figure out to get people in there. There's your Instagram stories for today. Jamal Shedd, very, very happy about Houston. And, you know, Brandon Ingram's very happy to put his hand on his heart for Canada. Oh, it's so funny. It's so stupid, man. It's so stupid. All right, let's see. Trevor's asking me if I like his new logo on Discord. I'm glad you figured out how to do the profile picture. Yeah, that's your new professional logo for your business. Fantastic stuff, Trevor. Does look good. Does look good. That's right. Yeah. G saying, cool, Mo. Anything in particular about what you said with Charlie V? Yeah. Tell us what you were saying with Mr. Old Charlie Villanueva. Great Raptors rookie. Almost a forgotten Raptor. People don't talk about him as much. He's honoring us, and he's very proud that he's a Raptors rookie. Well, Raptors fans, let's show the love for Charlie V, especially since he seems to be the anti-Rudy Gay at this point. So you got Rudy Gay on one end of the spectrum. You got Charlie Villanueva on the other spectrum. Well, why don't we go towards Charlie V and show love and make him even more of a Raptors legend? Because he never wanted to be traded from us. He wanted to continue with the Raptors, and he got the shaft on that. And he really was upset about it when it happened. In some ways, he did take it out on us when he was on the Milwaukee Bucks afterwards. But you know what? And the download is just because he was hurt, because he wanted to be here. And in some ways, that's awesome. That, that's the thing. We did him wrong in some ways, kind of like we did DeMar wrong. And that's the thing. These guys still love Toronto, and they still love this city. So they're real ones. And that's why Raptors fans should honor and love Charlie Villanueva. Seriously. Love him. Yeah, that's right. Stargate saying that's all I buy. Chapman's. Yeah, Chapman's is awesome. It's a really good product. I mean, this is the thing. Once again, when I'm doing these product endorsements on this channel, I'm not getting paid for them. I'm not doing this because I'm making ad revenue off this. I'm doing this purely to help Canada buy Canadian, because I really do strongly feel that this is our best weapon to really cause a problem in this situation. Is that, like, look, these people want to mess with us, elbows up with our pocketbook. And in some ways, we can really show them that we have economic power, but we have to do it as a collective. And the more and more of us that are in on it, the more they feel it. So yeah, Chapman's is a fantastic quality brand here in Canada that is so 100% Canadian. So yeah, they got all the regular ice cream type stuff. And in most grocery stores, that's a great thing, is they're very mainstream, and you can find Chapman's in any grocery store in Canada. So there's no reason to buy any dairy ice cream products from any American company, because Chapman's got us covered. That's right, Chapman's. And we buy more Chapman's. Chapman's has to hire more Canadians for working. And then boom, all of a sudden we're helping our economy by building more jobs and spending more money in Canada, and the money stays here. And none of the cut goes across the border to some corporation over there. That's what I'm saying right there. Yeah. Chapman's chocolate or Neapolitan. Yeah, Neapolitan. That's old school. It's like I used to eat Neapolitan when I was a kid in school. That was like the ice cream they had was Neapolitan. I was like, oh, I like Neapolitan. It's like 3 ice creams at once. That's cool. I like that. Yeah. Most saying he wants to come back to Toronto eventually. Cool. He wants to come up and visit. He should come up and wave to us. He should come up and say hi. There's only one more game, Charlie V. It's on Wednesday. You need to come up for Wednesday's game against the Hornets, and you can wave to the Raptors crowd. And that's the last home game of the season. So that's your last chance if you want to get in on this 30th anniversary celebrating. Raptors, call Charlie V. Get him on a plane. Get him here, Larry Tannenbaum. And put that man at the court side so he can say hi to everybody too. He needs to get his shine. Why not? Let's see him. Yeah, Fiercely saying Chapman's have amazing sorbet. And it's very convenient for people like my daughter who have dairy allergies. Yes, I have a dairy allergy myself. And this product right here is very much just fruit and like not very much dairy or anything. I don't think there's any dairy in it. Maybe, I'm not totally sure. But this is not giving me a bad reaction. And I like that. I won't eat regular ice cream because the dairy in ice cream will mess me up. But there are products put out by Chapman's that are very dietary restriction friendly. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. Fiercely Jr. Yeah, hope she's doing good. And keep training. Keep training, Fiercely Jr. That's right. Go, Fiercely Jr. Trevor's saying there are mass protests across the U.S. right now. 3 Republican senators already fall out with Trump. Yeah, well, they're scared because they see he ain't popular. And in some ways, these motherfuckers are going to lose elections very badly because of this damage and this crazy shit that's going on. In some ways, politics in the U.S. is a pendulum. And well, they swung too far to the right. And people are like, fascist dictatorship, oligarchy. This is not what the American public wants. They want freedom, democracy, and the ability to feel like they're not being ruled by rich people that bought the country. And, well, they're hitting the streets, and they're showing the power of the people is very strong. And, well, this will scare the hell out of all kinds of people. This will scare the hell out of billionaires. This will scare the hell out of politicians that want to keep their seats. So you go, Americans, and also the people all around the world that are doing it in other places too. And I'm proud of the protesters yesterday, the people that hit the streets and are standing up for their democracy. I have so much respect for you, and you have my full support, is what I'm saying right there. It's very, very good. Very, 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 very good. Good. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Name was saying today is the first game I will get to watch in over a month due to my new work schedule. So you work at night? You're plumbing at night, bro? Why are you plumbing at night? What's going on here? He's a midnight plumber. Yeah. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, Nameless? Are you like an actor plumber? Like, do you star in illicit films? I'm a plumber, Lex. Sure. Yeah. Plumber here. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, plumber's here. I don't know. Why's your work schedule so late? Why aren't you working during the day? And why are you working during Raptors games? I have so many questions here, Nameless. But you know what? I probably will never get the answers because he's nameless. No, I love you, Paisano. I'm happy to hear that you'll actually get to watch the game. And I'd love for you to join the Discord so you can talk to us during the game because that's what we're doing in there now. We're talking during the game. It's weird, man. It's fun. We've done it in the last 2 games, and it's actually been very enjoyable. It's like in some ways I'll be in there, and not everybody's in there at all times. It's kind of like somebody pops in, and Stillman's in there. And I'll talk to Stillman for a part of the game, and then Trevor comes in. And I talk to Trevor for part of the game. But there can be multiple of us in there too. Like Tristan will be in there too with Trevor and I, and we're all talking. So it's really, really flexible and awesome. I know I sound like an old head. What? This Discord, I always knew this, Lex. Where the hell have you been? Well, I am 50 this year, and it takes a little longer for an old head to get to some stuff. And well, if I'm leaving Facebook, I want to go to the next best place. And I think Discord is that because Discord does all the things that I can do on Facebook with you guys, and even better, man, even better. That's right. Let's go. Neil saying, Lex, try hosting your Discord in your YouTube live session. This is something that we'll have to figure out this summer, Neil, because I know there are capabilities of crossover with this YouTube channel, with the Discord. And once I figure out the tech stuff, there may be upgrades to this YouTube channel and what we are capable of doing. So I'm very excited about possibilities. And I just have to learn more and more about what is possible. And who knows? If you can help me, Blackhawk, I would appreciate that. Yeah. He's saying that if US is having issues with foreign players, then we take SGA back. That's right. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's right. You don't want no foreigners in your country? Well, let us have all the foreigners on the Raptors. We'll take the top players from around the world. Put them on the Raptors roster. Yeah, Luka, come on. Let's go. Jokic, come here. Yeah, SGA's coming home. Yeah. Yeah, you want to see how this works out? Trump ruins the NBA because the Raptors become a super team because of being such an anti-foreigner kind of guy. Well, all the foreigners are gone. What happened to the NBA? The Raptors are a dynasty. They've won every championship forever now because all the foreign players play on their team. I mean, that would be crazy. What if that happened? Boss Health Matters. Bring it home. That's right. Bring it home. Buy Chapman's. That's right. Bring it home. That's right. Support Canada. Buy Chapman's. That's right. They're going to support us. It's one hand washes the other. Chapman supports Canada and Canadians should support Chapman's. That's what I'm saying right there. That's right. Most saying, I don't have a mic at all. Well, you know what? It's okay. Even if you don't have a mic, we can still type and talk to each other in there. We can talk all different ways. So it's allowable. But you may have a built-in mic in your computer that you're not totally sure about. And we just may need to activate it. And you may be able to talk through the mic also, Mo. So we're going to have to figure it out. Sometimes it's just you have to ask for permission from your computer to allow Discord to use the mic. And then, boom, you're on. You're on. So we'll figure it out. And troubleshoot it. And of course, when the season's over, we'll be doing a lot more stuff on there probably. So you may get really used to it and you'll be very savvy with the Discord. I'm a bet in like the next few months. I know I'm going to try and do that. And as much as I learn, Sue's in there too, trying to learn it for her channel. Also play it again, Sue. So there's all kinds of really cool opportunities coming up. So yeah, like the watching wrestling party is going to be fun. And then I'm going to do music reactions to new videos also on Fridays, where it'll be a little extra special content where I watch new music videos that just came out with different people that want to watch it with me and co-host. And we react to the videos and kind of, I give my critiques. It's kind of the old thing I used to do that I quit doing, but I'm going to do it in a little small scale. So it should be pretty fun. Lex's music reviews. And I'll do all the new stuff, like all the big names that are coming out, all genres of music. And you guys might have fun watching, talking about new music and going over it with me. It might be fun. So that'll be like a Friday event, and Mondays will be the wrestling. So yeah, those are the 2 things I'm thinking we'll do to start. And who knows, there may be other projects coming up too. Cool Cat's here. Good to see the coach. Cool Cat. Love you, Cool Cat. Good morning, Raptor Freak crew. What did I watch last night with Flag? He will forever think about that ending. Pray for his mental health. I did not see the end of it. Did Flag mess up? Did he really mess up at the end? He did make the shot. I mean, this is what being a basketball player is. I mean, let's listen to Jamal Shed, formerly of Houston Cougars. What did he say when Josh Tiven took his shot away a split second too late against Orlando Magic? What did he say? What did Jamal say? Oh, I've been here before. I've had this happen before. Failure. I've had this happen before where my shot didn't make it or my shot was too late and it didn't count and I failed and I lost the game. I know this feeling. I felt it before. I move on because I know the feeling has got the yin to yang of the win. And I will get the win feeling too on other times. Yeah, Jamal Shed, when he missed that shot and Josh Tiven took that away from him, it's like a split second, maybe a tenth of a second. He was late with releasing the ball out of his hand against the Orlando Magic in that game. You know, did he get upset? Did he get robbed? Did he let that mentally traumatize him? No, he didn't. He moved on immediately because he's like, look, this is being a basketball player. There's going to be wins and losses. There's going to be successes and failures. And well, if Cooper Flag is a mature young man, that's what's going through his head right now. Is it, well, you failed this time, bro. And that's just how it is. You know, who knows? I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about him. This is what being an athlete is. You're going to fail sometimes and you're going to have to go through it. You're going to have to go through it. Yeah. Blackhawks saying Cooper Flag is already number one. So there's no sense in staying in school unless he wants to play with his brother. Well, we're just saying that even if he could be number one next year because the Boozer brothers are the best coming out and they aren't as good as Cooper Flag. That's what I'm hearing here. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, he's going to do what he's going to do, and we'll just react to it when he does. But I don't know. It's probably likely he's going to stay in the draft. I think that, honestly, I want him to. I want him to stay in the draft because I don't want to go through another year of this bullshit with everybody talking about Flag this, Flag that. We got a tank for Flag. Because seriously, think about that. If he stays in school another year, we're going to go through a whole other year of capture the flag bullshit, and Monique and I ain't having it. So might as well get it over with and just draft his ass and put him in the league so we don't have to hear this hype for a whole other year. Seriously, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Yeah, Cream saying, imagine Malawach and Flag decide to stay for a revenge year. That would turn this year's draft upside down. That's an interesting storyline that they don't like the taste in their mouth from how they went out last night. And they're like, you know what? We have work to still be done here in the NCAA. That's an interesting point. And who knows, Kareem? I wouldn't, competitors can be like this and be like, you know what? I didn't like this. I want to come back and get another chance. That's very interesting point. Most saying Charlie V really sensation when someone talks down on Toronto, G. So he gets mad. He gets mad when people talk shit about Toronto. Like he gets mad. He kind of stands up for it. He gets annoyed. Yeah, I get that, man. He's awesome, man. That's what I'm saying. People that embrace the city, respect us, and love Toronto fans and love Toronto, the city, and Canada in general. We got to be cool with them, man, because they're the people that, there's been so many people that show disrespect to our team in different places and ways that when we got the good ones, the guys that come up here and they really embrace and love it, we got to really do the hugging back too. And that's what I'm saying right here. That's right. Sensitive. He's sensitive when someone talks about the Toronto. That's awesome. I love you, Charlie V. We love you here on this channel. That's right. Fiercey saying, I'm here on Discord and have added RF family. Yay. There you go. Fiercey is in. I love it. Let me go look real quick. I'm going to see her in there. And I see, let's see, Blackhawk is here. Hi, Blackhawk. Blackhawk just landed. There's Fiercey. Hi, I'm waving to Fiercey. And I'll go ahead and give you guys some cool Raptors gifts real quick. Let's see. There's some funny gifts in here. Goofy stuff there. We'll just put the Raptor dance in here real quick. There you go. Hey, get down. Keep going. There you go. That's for MJ and Neil coming in. That's right. I love it. Fiercey saying, awesome. Thank you for being a great voice and liaison to the Raptors players and alumni, Monique. Yeah, I'm going to give Mo a dunk for being in contact with Charlie V and giving that support to him and also, giving us the deets on talking to Charlie V. Yeah, she is an insider. She is connected. 48 is your point total on the dunk charts now. That is, what is that, 12 dunks? No, that's not 12. That's more than that. That's like 19 or something. 48 points on the dunk chart for Monique, though, right now. Yeah, let's go. Love it. Yeah, most saying, got to find humor somewhere with a season like this on the plane. Yeah, with the plane. Yeah, with them doing that. Well, I mean, at least they're not moping. At least they're not depressed. At least the vibes are high again. We've successfully ending the season with Coach Rajakovic as our coach, and the vibes are very high and promising and feeling good looking towards the next season. This is exactly what happened last year. We had a tumultuous year of trades, moving Siakam and Anobi out of our team. And we were a little bit different with our makeup at the end of the year than the beginning of the year. And I noted last year that the vibes on the Raptors were better at the end of the year than they were at the beginning of the year. And well, I feel like that's the same again this year. And that's a huge sign that the Raptors are building towards something positive and something that's believed in and bought into by the organization, the players, the coaches, everybody. The Masai and Bobby are very happy with Darko and what he's building. They see the work. It's the kind of thing where, when they had the interview with Darko in the coaching hiring process, they talked to him about what will you do with our team? How would you run our team? And he said, well, this is my vision for an NBA team and how it can win in today's NBA with this. And he say, I would do this with passing. I would do a kind of a European style of like going around and very egalitarian. Everybody can kind of get shots. And he's telling them about it. And they're like, oh, this is interesting. This is impressive. This is one of the things that Masai and Bobby did say after they hired Darko, that they were very impressed with his vision and that they had a very sustainable offensive idea for what the Raptors could be doing. Well, the man told them what he wanted to do, and now they've seen 2 years of it, and they see he's a man of his word. And he's putting together the ideas that he first laid out for them in the very initial interview process to become the coach of the Raptors. So he gets rewarded with an extension to his contract already. So I'm saying, like, that's the thing. Scotty, RJ, Emmanuel, Jakob, Grady, all these guys are bought in, and they feel positive about what Darko is selling. They bought in, and they are going to continue to build and work towards it. And the vibes are high at the end of a very season where they didn't win a whole lot. And that's fantastic and impressive. That is fantastic and impressive. That's right. All right, classic card. Let's do that. We'll do classic card real quick. Okay, we've had some weird ones lately. We did our final four the other day. Okay, yeah, we'll do this one. This one's a little tough. I want to see how the old heads do on this. Ricky and Slug Deezy. If you're in here, Slug Deezy. All right, who's gonna get this one? This is a classic card. It's really classic. It's interesting because it's a little bit different than what you would think. It's kind of hard to see who he is. And I don't want y'all to look up the jerseys and the team or anything like that. I will give y'all some clues on who it is with the name, but I want y'all to try and guess it for a couple guesses first. We see it's a Maverick. We see that it's you can see the time period kind of from the Nuggets jersey in the back. Roy Tarpley. Okay, that's a good first guess. He was around that era, but this is not a forward center. This is a smaller position, this player right here. But here's the clue. This guy could rebound like Roy Tarpley, amazingly, though. That might be too good of a clue. That might give it away right there. This guy could rebound like Roy Tarpley, but he's not a forward center. In fact, he's a guard. So that's the crazy thing. That may give it away right there. There was one guard that was really like a forward rebounder back in the day. And if you guys remember that player type, you'll know who this is. Let's see. What's a good clue for this? His last name is something that you would pull to activate something. His last name is something you would pull to activate something. Yeah, Rolando Blackman is closer. And the guess, that is a great Maverick, but that is not the correct player. Rolando Blackman was kind of forward. There we go. Stargate got it. That's right. Fat Lever is our card of the day. This is when Fat was on the Dallas Mavericks. Of course, he was more well known for being a Nugget, but he was on the Dallas Mavericks for a little bit of time there. Lafayette Lever is the classic card. Of course, he was a guard, and he rebounded like crazy. Let's see if we can see those rebounding totals. Look at that, 729 rebounds in his second year as a point guard. This man was putting up stats. He was a triple-double machine, too. Yeah, there's Fat Lever is the player of the day. I'm going to give you 100 points for this one. Stargate getting the classic card of the day. That's a different one. Not always Stargate getting the classic card. There you go. Fat Lever. That's right. Did you get it from the rebound clue, Stargate? Did you get it from the rebound clue? I want to believe you did. But yeah, there's 100 points for Stargate on the classic card right there. Boom goes the dynamite. All right, I got more to do still. Hang on, guys. Let's go do some reacting to Reddit. Reddit reactions. Let's see if Blue Sky has any breaking news real quick. Let's see if there's any lineup news about what's happening with the Raptors right now. I don't see anything right now. Doesn't look like it. No news there. Michael Grange is saying he wishes there were more commercials during the Duke game last night. I think he's being sarcastic. All right, let's see. Reacting to Raptor Reddit. There's Brandon Ingram with his hand over his heart, and AJ Lawson being goofy. Like, he loves Canada so much. So inspirational, Brandon. So inspirational. Yeah, the Raptors Reddit's all over that. Raptors fans are after Jacoby Walter pops off. I don't want to play with you anymore. Oh man, they got the thing from Toy Story where the kid throws Woody away and it's Grady's face over him. That's wrong, man. But in some ways, there are fans that are like this. They're like, they'll see a player come up, like Walter's playing better now. Grady's out. And they're like, oh, I don't want Grady anymore. Jacoby's good enough. Once again, Raptors Nation, why can't we have a lot of good players on our team? Why? Because one player comes up and plays really well, are you like so easy to discard people? Like, seriously, if we could have a team of all stars, wouldn't you want that? Because that would mean we would be winning way, way more. So why do Raptors Nation get all upset and like, oh, we got to get rid of Grady now because Jacoby's too good? That don't make no sense. Seriously, why can't we have a lot of good players on our team and let them compete and let Bobby and Messiah manage this team and don't make overtures like this? In some ways, Grady's a sensitive guy. You want to treat him like trash, like he can be taken to the side of the street, all of a sudden like a bin? Like, what is this? Come on now, Raptors Reddit, Raptors Nation. Can we be a little bit better than this? Come on, that's what I'm saying. There's the Malawatch potential visa issue on here. There's actually a Reuters thing over here. U.S. revokes all South Sudan visas over failure to repatriate citizens, and that's where Malawatch comes under that category. So that's kind of crazy. It's very racist. And in some ways, it's just the fascist dictatorship of the oligarchy of the United States right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. There we go. There we go. All right, let me see. There are birthdays today. We're going to say happy birthday to former coach John Shumate, who actually passed away recently. That's kind of sad. So John Shumate, he passed away. It's sad, but it is his birthday today. And also Kyra Lewis Jr., who we just saw at the end of the season playing against us. I believe he was on, which team was he on? He was on Delaware Blue. No, he was on, I forget. He's on one of the other G League teams we played. Oh, it was the Hornets team. I'm pretty sure he was on the Hornets backup team or something. But happy birthday, Kyra Lewis Jr. He's actually 24 today. And then it's another person who just passed away, birthday today also. It's Oliver Miller's birthday today, guys. Of course, Oliver Miller just passed away like a month ago. And it's sad. This is going to be the first birthday without him. Oliver would have been 55 years old today if he was still with us. So in some ways, I want to do another moment of silence for Oliver and also for Coach Shumate, who both have passed away already this year in the calendar year of 2025. So if you guys don't mind, I'm just going to do a moment of silence for the Big O, original Raptor Oliver Miller, right now on his birthday. Thank you. And it's sad that we found out later that he did have cancer, and that is part of the reason why he died. So that's really sucks. Today is the last day of our fantasy semifinals for our basketball fantasy league. And well, it's looking like Trucker Kaz has got the lead over Meredith. And as a rookie, Kaz is going to be in the finals of our fantasy basketball league. So, wow, MK is really good. MK's won our WNBA league every time we've done it. And well, MK is a formidable fantasy player. So, Kaz, this is a huge accomplishment if you pull this off today. And you are standing in the number one spot there because you will go to the finals against one of the Saborin brothers. And well, Peter is in the lead right now. But knowing David, he's going to have some tricks up his sleeve today as far as like trying to get players right on this last day, scrambling to try and beat his brother. And I can only imagine the trash talk that David and Peter have been doing this past week during this matchup. I know it's been going down. I know it's probably been really good too. So yeah, it's looking like it's going to be Kaz versus Peter right now. And Peter is actually the defending champion of this fantasy league from last year. So yeah, in the consolation bracket, I have a slight lead over Jason Dukes. And Gerald has got a good lead over Andrew Shamshays. So yeah, that's the update on the Raptor Freak Fantasy League with what's been going on there. Let's see. I don't think there's much more. I'll do the rundown and we'll get out of here and get it done in 90 minutes. There you go. Stargate saying, yes, I remember him as a Nugget. He was a neck and neck with Magic on triple doubles for years. Yeah, this dude is amazing because Magic was 6'9", but this guy was only like what does it say on the back? 6'3", 6'3", yeah. 6'3", 175. And he was going in there and rebounding with Barkley and Oakley. Like, he was crazy, man. Like, this dude was very, very strong for a point guard. And man, he could rebound for only 6'3" and being a point guard. This dude was like the Oscar Robertson of his era. He was his Russell Westbrook of his era. That's the kind of player Fat Lever was. There's Oscar Robertson, there's Russell Westbrook, there's Lafayette Lever. And he was like that. He belongs in that category with those two guys as being a guy that just got a lot of triple doubles and did a lot of stuff. Bam, son. There's Canada Strong from Alan Tam. Bam, son. Dang. Always good to see Alan Tan in the chat. I love you, man. I hope you're doing good, man. Let's support our country and buy Chapman's ice cream. Alan, get the Chapman's brand. If you're going to buy some ice cream treats, buy Chapman's. It's 100% Canadian. We want to stay Canada strong. Canada economy. Help the Canada economy. Buy Chapman's. And I like the sorbet. All right, let me do the rundown real quick once again. The Raptors for injuries today. The lineup is as such. Emmanuel and Jakob will sit for rest today. They are on their off day. So that means RJ and Abaji are back. They'll be playing. Scotty Barnes is questionable. But as I said, the 4 games left, he can only miss one more. And I think he'll save that one more for the very last game against San Antonio. He'll play the next 3 games. So, Scotty, I fully expect to suit up and play against the Nets today in Brooklyn. Brandon Ingram is out. Grady Dick is out. And Shamshay is out also for the Raptors. I'm predicting the starting lineup for the Toronto Raptors this afternoon at 3:30, tip-off, will be Jamal Shedd, Jacoby Walter, R.J. Barrett, Scotty Barnes, and Jonathan Mobo. That's who I think they'll start at starting 5 today. And for the Nets, they're sitting everybody, guys. So don't even tell me the Raptors shouldn't win today because they should. Nicholas Claxton is sitting out for rest. So he's on a rest game. D'Angelo Russell is out because of his ankle. Day'Ron Sharpe, the other center, is out because of his knee. Cameron Johnson's out because of his back. Cam Thomas is out. Noah Clowney is also out. So this is pretty much the best players on the Brooklyn Nets. They're all the best players. D'Angelo, the vet, Nicholas Claxton, their best big man, the best player, Cameron Johnson. Cam Thomas is out. And even their 2 best bigs after Claxton, Sharpe and Clowney, are out. So I'm telling you, the Nets are going to be really bad today. Really, really, really bad. Keon Johnson, Jalen Wilson, Zaire Williams, Trendon Watford, and Drew Timme is my projected starting lineup for the Nets today. Drew Timme should be starting at center. So, yeah, they don't have a lot of their players, and they should be really easy to beat. Seriously. So beat them, Raptors. We'll have this. We're going to see a G League level game to an extent today. The referees for the Raptors game today is crew chief, Pat Frere. He favors the Raptors. In fact, he's been the nicest, best referee to the Raptors this whole entire season. Our record with Pat Frere this season is 4-1. We've won 4 games and only lost 1. He favors the Raptors. The second ref is John Butler. He slightly favors the Brooklyn Nets. And the last ref is Simone Jelks. We've had her a lot this year, and we are 2-5 with her. And, well, she heavily favors the Brooklyn Nets. So the 2 junior refs favor the Nets, but the crew chief is solidly favoring the Raptors, guys, just so you know. That is the ref report for today. Yeah, there's a watch party this afternoon at the NBA restaurant with the Toronto Tempo and Teresa Resch. If you're in the area and you want to watch some NCAA women's hoops, well, you can watch it with the Tempo franchise at the NBA courtside restaurant on Queens Quay down on Lake Ontario. So, yeah, there's your news for today on the Raptor Freak stream. I hope y'all enjoyed the show today, and I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Let's go, Raptors. Today, the Nets have been tanking very, with no conscience, just doing it. And in some ways, they need to pay for losing on purpose for so much, and the Raptors should beat them. We win today. We win the season series 3-1. And I like that. I like winning season series against teams. I'm sick of getting swept in season series. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Please Raptorize your day. And please join me on the Discord during the game today. I'll be in there and available to talk to and interact with on the Discord. I'll still be in the Facebook group too, but I will be shutting down the Facebook for my account down the road. Now, if you guys want to keep the Facebook group going while I'm gone as just a community group on Facebook, I'm totally okay with that. I'll probably hand over. I mean, Monica's already kind of an admin of that group. So, Mo, if you want to still run the Raptor Freak Facebook group after I leave Facebook, that's totally fine. And you guys can still do what you guys do on there too. But either way, I'm going to be leaving Facebook myself, and I won't be there. So, all right, y'all. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all later in the Discord during the game, and we'll do the reaction to the highlights on Discord shortly after the game, probably around 5:30 or 6. We'll have the highlights. So if you want to be there to watch that with us, you got to be in there, and you'll be able to do it. All right. I appreciate everybody. I'll see y'all later. Let's go Raptors. Let's get our 29th win of the season, and then one more, we'll have 30, because I want a 30-win season. I don't want to be in the 20s with our win total this season. We got to get it into 30, at least 2 more wins in the last 4 games. That's important, Raptors. I want to see it. I think you'll get it today. I really do. All right. Let's go, Raptors. Woo! We got to play good. Beat the Nets.